How do you know if you're in a toxic relationship? Have you ever wondered, why do I feel so bad about myself around this person? Or maybe, am I going crazy? In this video, I'm giving you 7 red flags that you're trapped in a toxic relationship and 2 things that you must do to protect yourself and regain your peace. I've worked with dozens of clients to help them break free of people-pleasing and set healthy boundaries. And this is the exact strategy I teach them when they're trapped in an unhealthy relationship. My ex-husband's motto was, the answer is always yes. He even had it printed on his business cards. So the number 1 red flag of a toxic person is they are boundary bullies. They cannot respect another person's boundaries because they have no boundaries of their own. My ex wouldn't have known what a boundary was if it punched him in the face. I believe there was a subliminal message of his motto, the answer is always yes, and that was, you better not say no to him, or there'd be hell to pay. Toxic people push your boundaries, ignore your no's, and expect you to put their needs first, no matter the cost. The problem was that I also didn't have great boundaries because I was taught, I was conditioned to be nice, and that a nice person, a nice girl, wouldn't say no, wouldn't speak up, wouldn't do those things to protect her peace. The thing I did learn, though, about a toxic person is that they have no respect for the word no. The second red flag of a toxic person is that they use what's called word salad. They talk in circles. They talk in ways to try and confuse you. They use random, confusing statements. They change the subject. They don't give any straight answers, and it leaves you feeling with, wait, what just happened here? They want to distract and confuse you so that they don't have to take accountability, which is the third red flag. They don't take accountability, responsibility for their actions or their words. If you point out a contradiction, something that they said they would do and they didn't do, they will say, I didn't say that. I didn't promise that. And then they'll twist it around and tell you that you're twisting things around, that you're the one making these things up. Red flag number 4 is that they have a different personality with other people. They'll become the victim at home with you, but when they're out, they become this charismatic person that everybody loves and adores and thinks they're the best thing that has ever happened to you. If you bring it up at home, they'll tell you that you're imagining it, that never happened, that it's all you, that you're the problem. They could win an award for their performance in front of other people, but then if you bring it up, they act like it never happened. Or they might even give the exact opposite version of how you experienced it. The next red flag is that you have to explain respect and kindness and honesty to another human being, to an adult. If you're having to do that because you feel like you're not getting it, then this is a sign of a toxic person. When you're in a toxic relationship, you start asking yourself questions like, am I crazy? Did I not really say that? Did I not ask them to do that? What is happening here? What am I doing wrong? So red flag number 6 is you try to figure out, what did I do to cause this? I locked myself in my bathroom with the boundaries book in order to try and figure out, where did I go wrong? What did I do that caused this to happen? What did I do to turn this person into a victim and have them be so against me suddenly, when all they did prior was to show me what I thought was love and attention and admiration? Brings me to the 7th red flag, and that is this cycle that they take you through. So initially, they do what's called love bombing. They idealize you. They put you on a pedestal. You are the best thing since sliced bread. And you think, wow, I found the person in my life. And this could even be with a friend, right? That you found the best friend you've ever had because they give you so much attention. Maybe they give you gifts. Maybe they take you places. They just dote on you. And this is a setup, because once you get used to that doting and that attention, thinking that it is with the best intentions, that they truly do care about you, then you will start to notice the cycle begin. They'll start devaluing you. They'll start pitting you against other people. My ex told me that the people at my work didn't respect me, and he started trying to get me to quit my job. He started pitting me. I noticed later, I didn't recognize it at the time, but he started pitting me against my mom. And he would call her while I was at work just to have conversations with her because he knew that that would get her attached to him. And it worked. In Shahida Arabi's book, Becoming the Narcissist Nightmare, she talks about this cycle of love bombing and then going through the devaluing phase. And then the last part of the cycle is actually discard. But it's actually not. Because this is a cycle, it will start over again if we let it. So how do we break out of this cycle, protect ourselves, and regain our peace again? There are two things you must do. The first action that you must take is to seek support. A toxic person will isolate you. They will separate you from your friends, your family, because they know without that support that you will stay attached to them. They will gaslight you, which means they'll make you doubt your reality. They'll make you think that it's you, that you're the one that's crazy. And they'll use what I said in red flag number 2, word salad. They'll spin things around, make you think that it's you, that you're making these things up, that you're being too emotional, too sensitive. You must seek support, whether that is getting back in touch with friends and letting them know what's going on, but even better, find a therapist or a coach who can help you through this. Maria Brañas, who just recently died at the age of 117, said that one of the secrets of her long life was avoiding toxic people. She said she believes that toxic relationships shorten our lives, and I think that she's onto something. It is really hard to break free from these relationships because we have become addicted. There's actually chemicals in our body that have started creating this addiction to this person. It can happen pretty fast and be really strong. A really strong magnet, a really strong pull to stay in this relationship. The second thing you must do is limit the amount of time you spend around them. Limit how much energy you give to them. In a very toxic relationship like the one I was in, you may need to go what's called no contact. That means no form of communication with them face to face. You may also want to use what's called the gray rock method, which is where you don't have any emotion when you're dealing with them. If you want more information on either one of these methods, gray rock or no contact, you can look them up or you can comment below and I'd be glad to give you more information. It might seem super mean, like you are going to be judged as a bitch or selfish if you stop communicating with them, but this is the best form of boundary in this type of situation because it protects you. It protects your heart, your well-being, and your peace. And it is a necessary component to breaking that cycle. Without it, the cycle will continue. They will be back. Remember that toxic people do not have boundaries. They will not honor your no. That is what makes it so much more important to have boundaries, to know what you need, what you want, what you will tolerate. In my next video, I go over what boundaries are, why we need them, why they're so important to have, and how they help us break this cycle of staying in relationships because we think we have to out of loyalty. If boundaries are a struggle for you, if you have a hard time saying no like I did, then click to watch that video right there.